would appreciate it if you would change your wardrobe.
Look, I just got back from working a wreck, lady. What are you doing?
Are you going to wear your pink shirt?
Yes, I am. I'm wearing it. You did not just throw my hat.
Yes, I did.
Fine. I'm wearing my glasses. And I'm putting the hood on. And I'm doing the whole show like this.
Are you ready now? Look at him. Now, you're wearing your hat so you can lose the glasses.
No. You know what? Have your way. Okay? Have your way.
Cute. You're just making me do that.
Do it one more time.
No.
Do it one more time. One more time.
I'm not doing it again.
You have to do it at the end. But what? Oh, one more time. Do. Go ahead. One more time.
I don't want to.
This is it. Last time.
You keep making me. Do.
Hi, and welcome back to week 20 of As Good As It Gets.
I'm Cris.
And I'm Mikey.
And this is a weekly chat from our kitchen.
20 weeks in. That's like 5 months of As Good As It Gets.
Yeah, because we've been doing YouTube for
right
a full
at a year.
Yeah,
we've
full year.
We celebrated last week that we did our first ever
Cooking
Chris's dishes. And guess what?
What?
We have a big number.
Yes.
Next week will be our 100th episode of Cooking Chris's dishes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Will it really, since we're going to be on a delayed schedule?
No,
you're
because
gonna make it work?
The one that came out Thursday
Uh-huh.
was number 99.
Oh, so it's really going to happen.
Yeah, and here's the thing is, I didn't know which one was going to be it, so it's just going to be the 100th one. So we didn't really have a thing planned.
Okay. What are you doing? Besides making disgusting noises. What are you doing?
Where's those party things?
Oh, I don't know where they are, babe.
Oh, I was going to take one of them party things and go, but we can't find them.
There you go.
So let's all celebrate together. Put your hand in your mouth and go,
No,
okay?
No, I prefer do.
That's right. So next week on Tuesday, whatever episode that we aired, that is our 100th episode. So when it starts and you click play, right before you click play, this is the rule. You gonna click play and you got to make the sound. You ready? I'm gonna click play. You make the sound. Ready? Play.
Do.
And that way we celebrate 100 episodes together on Cooking Chris's Dishes.
Alrighty. Well, with all that said, we for our updates this week, one of the things we definitely are going to be doing over the course of the next few days is our planning together to plan what we want to plan for this channel overall. This is what we did last year that launched pretty much everything you've seen over the past year. So we would love to hear from you. We mentioned it in the vlog yesterday. We would love to hear from you guys, to hear what it is about this channel that you guys enjoy.
We're going to be gone for a few days to brainstorm together. Have a giant brainstorming session. We are going to go someplace warm. That way we can comfortably brainstorm together with toes in sand.
It gets rid of a lot of the distractions that keep us. We are big believers in planning and setting goals and those kinds of things. And so one of the ways that we do that is we kind of try to get rid of all the distractions, and we sit down with great big flip charts and
journals and stuff like that.
Yep.
Here's a picture. I'll show you a picture of my new journal right here.
Oh,
look at that.
Yep, that's
genius ideas and a bunch of other crap. That's the way it all starts. We when we went last year and started this whole thing, we went down, took a trip, and I had a little journal, and we just sat there and we just throw out ideas. We call it brain vomit. It's one of those where you just constantly throw out ideas. Well, what about this and what about that? And nothing doesn't get written down. Everything gets written down, and then you winnow it down into winnow. That's a word. Winnow. You whittle it down to a few ideas, and that's where Cooking Chris's Dishes, Church Song Sundays, that will eventually come back, and it's a couple other ideas we had. And so we're going to do it again, see what kind of new ideas we've got.
Yep.
Which is why we're asking for shout-outs from you. What do y'all like to see?
Yeah, and what have you enjoyed? Like, are there certain pieces of what all we've been doing that you guys like the best? Like, Do you enjoy the weekly chats, or is it cooking Chris's dishes that's your favorite, or are you enjoying the vlogs? What kinds of things are you enjoying the most?
Yeah.
Or do you like this hodgepodge? Now, we can't promise that we're going to be able to do what everybody gives us feedback on, because we are kind of doing 2 other full-time jobs at the same time of doing this.
But we are gonna, we'll take.
We definitely
all
like to
ideas.
hear that, so that we can kind of use that in our process to kind of see what we could put out there.
We're asking you to be a part of our brain vomit.
He likes to use that word.
Yeah, we're partly a cooking show, and I'm calling it. Well,
Yes.
no, brainstorming is where you think about it. Brain vomit's where you just let it all come out. Blech.
Yeah, I love this. I'm the professional facilitator, and you're like.
I'm the guy that cooks.
Never
I'm talking
once
about vomit.
have I went into a meeting and said, "Okay, everyone, let's brain vomit together."
You should try it, because somebody's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, that's what we're going to do this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. You'll get to see a lot of it, because we're going to take our cameras with us and vlog the whole time that we're there.
We've got even a special surprise kind of built into all of that.
Yep.
That we had to get special permission from Miss Ad for. So we'll
you guys are
explain all
going to
that
go
later.
on this trip with us, and
Yes.
y'all are going to have a good time.
Yes, yes, yes. So, with that, we have another update. You ready?
Yes.
Do.
We're going to talk about our winners. Last week's winner of Battle Cake was the Rocky Road Chocolate Cake.
Yep.
And a lot of you spoke up even afterwards about it, and they're like, we agree with Cris. We don't need the chocolate chips.
Yeah.
One guy even said, what if you took the chocolate chips out and maybe put peanut butter cups in?
Oh.
And
I like the way you think.
Oh, dude.
We could do
He's
that
speaking
whole...
my lingo.
Hang on now. We could do
Wheels
that
are turning.
whole cake. Do it?
Your wheels are turning.
Yeah. We could do that whole cake and just turn it into a peanut butter cupcake instead of the Rocky Road. Stay tuned.
That's going to happen.
It will happen.
That's totes going to happen. Right? And then also...
Do.
I'm just going to keep doing that also, so we keep hearing that. We have our winner of Battle Chicken.
Yes, and that would be the creamy salsa chicken.
Oh my goodness. I think we had maybe 10 votes or so.
We got a couple through email too that were, people do want to see the Alfredo, but it was overwhelmingly that the creamy salsa chicken, which both are really good, or I'm taking Lou's word for it that the Alfredo is good, but I know the creamy salsa chicken is good. So what we're going to do, because we're kind of on a messed up schedule again, we told you guys that this was going to happen. We're not going to have a new battle this week because of that. So
Battle Chicken's going to be delayed.
it's going to be delayed.
We're going to call it, since it's a battle, we're going to call this a detente.
Oh, a what?
A detente.
I always learn new words from you during these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
A detente. A ceasefire.
Okay. So those are our updates. Just total side note, Crock-Posse Provides is still going on. We're going to keep going until...
Can't stop. Don't stop.
Nope. We're going to keep going with that.
Until the whole world is fed.
Until we hit 10,000 subscribers. So we're going for the long haul with that. Each week in the newsletter, each day the newsletter comes out, you see an update on how many meals are being, how many folks are being fed. So let's see what the last...
My wife got a new phone yesterday. She got the new Google
I only
Pixel.
ordered it back in December,
Yeah.
like December 4th I ordered it, and it came yesterday.
She's a tech nerd. I've got this thing that, I don't know, was 3 years old now? And I'm perfectly fine with it because it works well. It does what we need to do.
Here it is. I found it.
Okay, she found it.
I found it now. Scrolling through all the stuff this lady says. Okay. So to date, the Crock Posse has donated 14,685 meals. Yay!
That's awesome.
So we're going to keep that going. The link will be down below if you want to donate to be a part of Crock Posse Provides. We're just going to keep going until we hit 10,000 subscribers, and then when we hit 10,000 subscribers, we're going to figure out something new to do from a challenge stand.
Something big.
Yeah. We also currently still have the new t-shirt design, which Mike's going to put right here.
No, I'm going to put right here.
Oh. But what about over here?
Well, what if I did one here And I did one here.
He's going to put the new designs up, and those are on sale for now. And I'm going to see if I can't keep those in rotation so you guys can order those whenever you want.
Yeah.
So those are our updates. So now it is time for reader emails. And
reader email. You know what would be really cool if we did like they do on Jimmy Fallon whenever they have like a new segment, and then they have the Roots like playing an intro, and then there's like this little graphic that comes up. Reader emails. All right, so let's get to some reader emails.
Alrighty. Well, I have one for you, Mikey. It says it is from Serenia, I believe is how you say her name.
Hello, Serenia.
Serenia says, hello.
That's a pretty name.
Yes, it is. I was reading your perfect crock-pot roast recipe. Does the whole roast need to be submerged underwater? I always feel like it does, so that's what I do. I can't ever cook my roast the way I want. I want to be able to slice it, not shred it. LOL. Thank you very much.
Well, if you are wanting a sliceable roast and not a shreddable roast, it's all about time. And it's all, I mean, with your liquid, if you fill your slow cooker up and cover it, you're going to be boiling that meat and not roasting that meat. And there's a huge difference between boiled and roasted meat. My mama used to boil steaks when I was a kid because my dad, he had like bad teeth. And so in order to make them really tender, she would take like even T-bone steaks and boil them in like broth. And it made them really tender, but it didn't taste like steak. It tasted like roast.
Yes.
Or not even roast. It tasted like stew meat.
Yeah.
And if you boil meat, that's what it's going to do. It's going to turn into a stew meat. And it's going to make it tender, but it's not going to give it that
it's
roast
going to dilute
texture.
the flavor.
Yeah, and it's not going to give it that roast texture. So what you want to do is no more than 2 cups of water. And
which is what the recipe calls for.
And then watch and see, for how much time that you're going to do that roast. If you cook it longer, you're cooking it low and slow, you're slow cooking that roast for a long time, it's going to be shreddable. Right. Kind of like the Mississippi pot roast. And also you need to check on what kind of a meat you're using. Chuck roast is great for shredding meat. There's a lot of fat in there that keeps it really juicy.
And it'll break apart.
It'll break apart really easy. So you're going to want to use something more like a sirloin tip roast if you're wanting to make a sliceable roast.
Yes. Yes, so lower fat count will help you keep it more sliceable, and then also watching your cooking time until it gets to the texture that you're looking for versus cooking it a really long time, which becomes more shreddable. So I think those are the big things. Also, I would say, if you don't want shreddable meat, I definitely wouldn't be covering it in water because I think it's going to fall apart a lot more and more like what you're talking about.
The liquid and the fat. The more of both that you have, the more the meat's going to fall apart.
The thing that I think a lot of people get confused with a slow cooker is they think it works similarly to an oven. So a lot of times when people put roast in the oven, they want a lot of liquid in there because a lot of it's going to evaporate away. Well, the slow cooker actually keeps the liquid in, and more liquid is produced as it cooks. So you don't need to be covering it in water in order for it to cook because it's going to produce its own juices too.
Yep.
So
through fat and through the water and the muscle.
Yep. You got a question for me?
I do. You
do?
This one comes from Tracy. Hello, Tracy. And she says, I love your recipes in the videos, the vlogs, and I guess everything. That means she loves me.
She loves you.
I have a question, and I knew y'all could answer it. We will be spending the better part of 2 weeks at our local fairgrounds showing cattle for 4-H. I want to take my crock-pot and have warm meals each day. I'm not sure which would be better and safest, spoiling, way to do this. Should I cook ahead of time and freeze and then put it in a crock-pot to warm up each day and make ahead and do not cook, or actually cook it at the show? As you imagine, you really don't want to have to prepare it there. Yeah, I can imagine. So, I have listened to you mention using frozen meats and your thoughts on that, but what about frozen, cooked, and then heating up?
Okay. Here, I've already written Tracy back so that she could get prepared because I'm not sure what her schedule is, because while 4-H shows and stuff around here typically are in the summer, I know in some other states, I think they're at different times in the year.
I did not know that.
But I might be wrong, but I thought I saw that somewhere. Anyhow, so here's my best advice on that. I am not a super fan, and I know it's super popular, out there to make things up, freeze them, put them in the freezer, and then put them in the crock pot and cook them all day to warm them back up. We have a handful of those recipes on our site, and I think it just all depends on the recipe. But for the most part, I think it usually turns out better if you cook it fresh rather than reheating it, because I think the freezing process is gonna affect your texture and taste a little bit, and then turning around and cooking it all day again is going to affect your texture and your taste. So by the time you go through all those processes, it kind of really changes the texture and taste of a lot of recipes. Yeah. While you could do it, and I think you could safely do it for the most part because everything's cooked, and I think you could get away with that, but at the same time, I think it's just as easy to maybe do your prep ahead of time and keep them in big gallon-sized baggies and in a cooler or refrigerator, and then dump those baggies in the morning, and then you're going to have a much higher quality meal. It's going to taste a lot better. So for example, if you're going to make a soup and you've got to chop up a bunch of stuff, you might go ahead and chop it up, keep it in the Ziploc bag, and then just keep your broth with you, and then you can just dump them both in there and go with it. Or if you want to combine a bunch of cans of stuff in the Ziploc bag, keep it refrigerated, dump it in, that kind of thing. The only place where I think you're going to run into trouble is with chopped potatoes. And chopped potatoes will turn colors on you if you leave them uncooked. And so there's a couple ways around that. And one of those is, a lot of times you'll hear people talking about soaking their potatoes. Like if they keep their potatoes in liquid, that it typically keeps them from doing that. One of my concerns about that is if you've got broth in the dish and you've already put the potatoes in, is it going to get real super starchy? I'm not sure what it's going to do. So my workaround for that is using the little bitty potatoes you can find in the grocery store. So it might call for cut up potatoes, but those little potatoes,
baby yellows,
baby yellows and baby reds, they're super yummy. You can eat the outsides of them. Like the skins aren't really tough, so you don't need to peel them, you don't need to cut them. You can just put them in the bag with everything else and it'll be fine. So that's my best advice for that. I just think it would give you a better quality meal ultimately if you just prep it all ahead.
Yep.
And then just dump them in each morning, so you don't have to prep it there. So that's my...
And kudos to you for wanting to bring food like that instead of eating fair food and stuff. You know, I'm going to have my own home cooked meal.
Yeah.
Because I know that's a lot of hard work with 4-H. We've got a lot of friends,
a
lot of farmer friends that do 4-H every year, and it's a full-time job on top of a full-time job of farming on top of their full-time job. So it's a lot of work.
It is, but I think the kids really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. So... Alrighty, so you have a special
I do. This is an email, but it's also going to be a shout out. You see, we have a lot of people who are what I want to say are regulars. They always, they send us messages. They comment all the time.
Yeah.
And this little segment of our little show is dedicated to a lady. And Pam, if you're listening, Pam Hall, are you out there? Hello, Pam. This little part of the show is all about Pam. See, Pam comments a lot on our videos, and she's always talking about how she loves the videos. She's even started a cookbook, Mikey and Cris cookbook, with the recipes that she sees on here, and she'll write down the recipes. And her daughter Wendy, she'll holler, Pam will holler at Wendy and say, "Hey, Mikey, put out a new video," and so she's been real active as far as sending out comments. In fact, as we were doing the show, there was another comment put out today on our holiday ham recipe. And at the end, she said that she loved me and Cris. And I thought that was sweet.
Yeah.
And then I got another email last week from Wendy, who is Pam's daughter. And she says, "I just want to request a shout out for my mom, Pam. She loves your videos and looks forward to each and every one of them. And she said she's even created a Mikey cookbook and handwrites all your recipes in the cookbook. I got my own cookbook.
There you go.
And she's even created an index for all the recipes. She's done a lot of hard work for this.
Yeah.
And when a new video is uploaded, she will call me and say, Mikey posted a new video. We both love watching you and your wife making these videos and have started using our crock pots more and more. Awesome. Thanks for making us smile and laugh while sharing new recipes.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Pam. And I think
and
Mikey's
Wendy, thank you as well. This is the kind of stuff that makes us do what we do. You know, we want to make people smile. We want to make people. I love to make people laugh. We want to make people happy, give them a little joy in their day, in their week. And so, Pam, I'm gonna give you a little joy right now, girl. In fact, I wrote Pam a song.
You did.
I did. This is a song for Pam. You ready?
Right, I'm ready.
I know a girl, her name is Pam. She's one of my favorites.
She is?
Yes, ma'am. She's probably laying in bed and shaking her head, laughing at me. And she's a valued member of our Crock Posse.
There you go.
We love you, Pam.
Yes,
thank you so much for
you.
All the happy that you're sending back to us.
Absolutely.
We hope you enjoyed that.
Absolutely. Okay.
Let's move on down to the featured Crock-Pot of the week.
All right.
Oh, I just about dropped my guitar.
Okay. Well, you need to get up to get the Crock-Pot, so why don't you move the guitar anyways?
I got this.
Oh, he's got this.
I got this.
Just so we... Are you kidding me?
I got it.
Was that intentional?
I love scaring her.
Okay, so just so we know, Mikey was on the cleanup crew for this slow cooker, and that's why.
She is ratting me out.
He said, I don't care. He goes, I don't care. So anyhow, this is the Crock-Pot version, or this is our featured slow cooker of the week. I will have to look up the exact name of it, but this is the Browning slow cooker from Crock-Pot themselves. Crock-Pot. Yes. So this is very similar to the Ninja. It's similar to the Cuisinart that you guys know that is my favorite. It has, you're gonna have to set it down, dear. It has the correct kind of lid, in my opinion, where there's just barely any part that's connected there, so this can wash in the dishwasher without getting stuff stuck under it. So I do really like that. It has a non-stick insert that also is safe to go on your stovetop if you want, but it also has a browning unit in here to cook.
Not in your oven though, because it's got the plastic handles.
It's got plastic handles. Yeah. Now the inside of the pot has that non-stick feature that we all absolutely love. What I will say about this one, it compared to the Cuisinart and the Ninja, is I feel like it browns and it cooks just a wee bit cooler than the others, or at least our unit does. So I don't feel like I don't have a problem using this at all. It's just it doesn't brown stuff as fast as the other two. So that's just something.
So the searing option is not as good.
It's just not as quick. I think it gets the job done. It's just not as quick. And then the front panel is a fully programmable panel, which is something we absolutely love. That's something that the Cuisinart has that the Ninja does not have. So those are the things. Or can you program? Well, can you program the time on the Ninja?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. Ignore what I said.
I think so. Not on the browning side.
Well, you can.
But on the slow cooking side, you can, yeah.
Yeah. It also has that venting hole in the lid that you can also stick a meat thermometer down to as well. So, yes, we very much like them. I'm a big fan of all of our browning units.
I like this one mainly. I mean, again, the issue I have with a lot of slow cookers is the lid itself. Yeah. But this one is a little bit more secure because it goes down in the valley. Yeah, it's got it. Lift that up.
It's got a nice little lip here. Yeah. Where that'll stay down for travel. Mm-hmm. So, we like it. I like it a lot.
Crock-Pot.
That's definitely one to consider. So,
okay.
All right, now it is time for our menu. Mm-hmm.
I am going to let Cris do the transition this time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Do-do-do-do.
Hello, pretty lady that I call Mrs. GOODe. Hey, what is on the menu of this delicious food? What you got?
All right. So, as we discussed last week, we are adding a snack to the menu. And the snack this week is Aunt Lou's Easy Honey Granola. I've heard from readers they are loving this recipe. So, yummy, yummy, yummy. For breakfast, we have set forth to have...
Ham and cheddar quiche.
Excuse me?
Quiche. You know, like a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush? Two birds of a feather flock together. Early to bed, early to rise. Makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. You know, a quiche. Okay, it's quiche, but...
Wow. On Monday, easy special pot roast with cheesy scalloped potatoes.
That looks good.
Yes, yes. Then on Tuesday, lemon pepper pork chops with veggies. We like to do those frozen veggies in a bag. And so that's what I'm thinking with the lemon pepper pork chops. Something easy. Then on Wednesday, you can have leftovers, or we are offering up our cheeseburger soup, which is absolutely delicious. We absolutely love it. So one of you guys were saying you thought maybe putting dill pickles in it would be good. I agree.
And tomatoes.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Your dog needs to go potty.
We paused this menu for a potty break.
So on Thursday, we are having whole chicken with twice baked potatoes. That's a new recipe that Aunt Lou just recently put up on the site. And then on Friday, one of my absolute favorites, Taco Joe's. So yummy. Eat it with a fork.
Super easy to make.
Yes, it's like a combination of, if you think, kind of sloppy joes, and then bean burritos, and you eat them on hot dog buns. And then we've got our new homemade salsa up on the site. That would be a nice side for that. So then dessert this week is the cherry pineapple dump cake.
Make that.
Yes,
it's
very yummy, very easy to make, but that is our menu this week.
All right, so now let's take it back to the show there, Mrs. GOODe.
Do-do-do-do.
That was a sad little do-do-do-do.
He's making me do-do-do-do under duress.
You're wearing t-shirt and jeans.
So, the featured discussion of this week. We need to talk a little bit about our community, and as it grows, we are like absolutely thrilled with how you guys have started hanging out with us over in the Facebook group for As Good As It Gets.
Yes, if you guys are on Facebook, come over and be a part of the Crock Posse on As Good As It Gets. If you check that out in the Facebook groups, we're right there.
Yes, and so a lot of you have come on over, and we are having a good time over there.
We're talking, we're discussing, we're even wishing people happy birthday. So if it's your birthday, let us know when it is, and we'll give you a shout out.
Absolutely. And then we all, of course, are having tons of fun over here on the chats, on Cooking Chris's Dishes, on the vlogs, and everything else. And so with all of that, and as our community grows, there is a certain someone that seems to pop up occasionally. It is this occupant of the internet. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
That was a good movie. That was a really good movie. I got this feeling inside my bones.
Okay. No.
Not the movie?
They don't dance around. Oh. They seem to try and bring people down. And so
trolls.
Yes, trolls. And so we have a I lost my marker. Where'd my marker
That's
go?
a cute drawing you did, by the way.
That's
a very ugly troll.
I'm about to ruin it.
Oh.
Hang on. Let me go. So unfortunately, trolls are a natural part of the internet. We've all seen them. Good heavens, if you've ever read a news story, I know you've seen them.
Yeah, if you're on Facebook and you see this news, I don't care what the story's about, don't go to the comment section. Don't go to the comment section. I don't care what the story's about. The worse the story, the worse the commenters are. like there's always this one person like, if I could just say that one mean thing that would either hurt somebody's feelings, get a rise out of them, or stir an argument, I'm going to put that on there. And they take joy in that.
Yeah, there are different kinds of trolls. There are people who are just miserable and they want to make other people miserable. Then there are people who are just instigators who just want to instigate other people and stir things up and get people upset. And then there are people who are just having a bad day and they say something that maybe even later they regret. Any way it goes, we are all about speaking life, and you guys know that. So we have a strict no trolls policy.
And what that means is, if y'all let us take care of it, we'll see. We know what a troll is. Trust me, I've seen them many, many times.
They show their heinies all the time.
Yeah. But here's how trolls eat. You ready? They feed off of other people's negative comments to them. Because it's just like anything.
It's attention.
Yeah, they want attention, and they feed off of the negativity. So if you see a troll comment on any one of the videos, and we're going to get more as the subscribers list grow. We get that. It's totally cool. You know the best way to shut up a troll is? Ignore them. Because you'll never see a comment. Don't even give them a dislike in their comment.
Yeah, just let it go. And if something's out of hand and we haven't caught it, just pop us a note. We definitely are all about... Now, disagreements are different from trollish behavior.
Yeah.
As long as people are being respectful to one another, or if somebody doesn't like a recipe, that's not a problem at all. That's not a troll. It's just in the tone and in the way in which people go about it. As long as we are respecting each other and having a good time, we definitely want to make sure that everyone feels safe to. Oh my goodness, everyone feels safe to hang out together. In a place where they don't have to worry about being having any of that kind of stuff. So that's we just wanted to kind of give you a little update on that and let you know that we definitely are watching that kind of stuff and weeding those kinds of things out. So
yeah. So if you see it, well, first off, if you are a troll, shut up. If you see a troll and you say, "Well, I love Micah and Chrissy and I don't want to see anybody mess with them." Trust me, I'm the same way. I get that. But here's the thing. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Let it go.
No.
Let it go. Don't feed the trolls anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Throw them away and slam the door.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'll clean that up later.
Yeah, we're sure he will, won't we? All right, so we are getting ready. Like we said, we're going to be the next week. The videos may not be completely on schedule. But if you guys could send us your feedback and let us know what parts of this channel that you guys have been enjoying over the past year, that would really help us out in our planning and look for some fun stuff coming up over the next couple weeks.
And again, I want to reiterate, join us over on Facebook at As GOODe As It Gets.
Yes.
And give us a like over there. Give us a like here. If you're not a subscriber yet, not a part of the Crock Posse, be a part of it today and subscribe down below. And here's the other part. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Tell your enemies. Well, just not the trolls. But tell people about us, and we're going to get this channel bigger and bigger and make the family bigger and bigger. And we'll give some more shout-outs. And one more time, I just want to say, love you, Pam.
Alrighty. Send us your questions.
Send us your comments.
Bye.
Bye.